Hey everybody, welcome back to Monster Hunter World. In the last episode, we escorted the scholars to the Wildspire Wastes, and we took down Baroth, a really big first-time brute wyvern monster we ever had to fight. And in this episode, we switched back to the hammer, and we're back at the canteen, but we actually have a little quest from the chef. You interested in bulking up the canteen with more ingredients? Now that's what I'm talking about. All you have to do is sign up for and complete the quest, the pain from Gains, and Exterminator of the Waste. Take care of those and we'll get that menu buffer than Rajang's biceps. Make it safe so my guys can go out and get the goods. Don't let me down. So, these aren't collecting stuff, these are slaying monsters to get ingredients. And we also had to accept Sinister Shadows in the Swamp. So we're going to jump right into this. We also have a couple other quests besides the main quest we're going to tackle today, because we got to break in the hammer. So going into our optional quests, we will do these chef quests, but we're going to do the pain from Gains today. We're going to slay 7 Gaju. My paw arthritis is acting up. My paw arthritis is acting up again. Years of palicoing will do that to you. The best remedy? Good old Gaju liver oil. And these are the quests where unlocks a new canteen ingredient upon completion for the first time. So we're going to tackle one of these. We won't do both ingredient quests this time, we'll just do one. And I will meet you in the field. Well, I mean, the loading is pretty quick, but... Yep, today is a pretty good time. Alright, so slaying 7 Gaju. This isn't too bad. We actually have not seen the Gaju yet, but I know where they are, so I'll show you where they are. They're Gaju are fish, obviously, so we're going to have to go find them in the water area, which there is a big water area on our map. This area, and pretty much going continued north, kind of like on the wildlife map, this bottom area here, the Gaju are always located here, because in the northern area of Wildspire Waste, it's pretty much all desert. It's all desert, baby. And that's not going to be a good area to try to find Gaju, because they won't live there. And here they are. So the hammer has a ton of stun power, but it has very bad reach. We kind of went over it when we were kind of showing off weapons. Is that Gaju? Oh, it's still alive. Okay, there we go. And we'll carve them just because, and get whatever because they might have an item besides raw meat on them, like a Gaju skin. The hammer is similar enough to the dual blades, so like with the dual blades we could use our stamina to enter demon mode to attack faster. The hammer can kind of do the same thing, but not really just make you faster. It makes you stronger by having charge attacks. We'll show that off here when we fight more Gaju. Because yep, see there's more located down here. So if you hold R2, the longer you hold this, it'll drain your stamina. But it just has crazy high damage and the hammer has lots of stun, so it's really good. If you move while charging, you'll do a nice little spin attack. Oh, we got attacked out of it though. That will also happen. But these guys were pretty simple, so we're just gonna kind of do it like this, kill them this way. Although we are getting kind of surrounded. But this is good because this is all the Gaju we want. Oh, I mean, they're not even doing a lot of damage, so like, even getting hit is really just a minor inconvenience. Come on. You just need to kill 2. Yeah, the hammer's biggest weakness is just the range on this thing. The hammer's range is so bad, and there we go. I think they'll still hit me, but I want to try to carve these bodies before we have to go back to base. Just to see what we get. And the hammer, at least the hammer we do have, does burn through sharpness. We don't have a ton of green, so this might have to make us sharpen more than the dual blades. But the hammer that we're pretty much using is not as powerful as we could be using for a hammer, but it has poison. So coupled with me attacking for poison and Milo trying to rack up poison's status ailment, it will make monsters take damage over time, which is really good. It just adds that little bit extra work that we don't have to do. Oh hey, we have a bounty for mushrooms? Oh no, but there's no more mushrooms nearby. No, I had 10 seconds. I wanna see if we can get another... Yeah, we're not gonna... Yeah, it's not happening. Yeah, well, alright. Yeah, and that'll be one of the 2 quests to get better canteen ingredients, but we're not going to do the other one quite yet because I can't remember 100% where Vestways are located. I have an idea, but I don't want to just kind of wander around. And the armor we showed off at the end of the last episode, the Baroth armor and that the alloy style armor, I didn't get either of those pieces because none of their... I can upgrade this current armor we're wearing to make it stronger anyways, and we're not really having any issues yet. And none of the skills on it were overly beneficial to me. So I'm going to put some items away, and we're going to just accept that best kind of quest. To go find that scholar. Pull some potions back on me, just in case. So, our next mission. Sinister shadows in the swamp. A young scholar has gotten separated from his escort out in the wildfire waste. Find him and escort him back to base. Neutralize any large monsters that pose a threat. Oh, wow. We'll use a voucher for this one. And I don't think we completed... I think I have to pick up some more bounties. Yeah. Let's do mining. Bugs, mining. Yeah, that'll be good. Alright. To the field. Alright.
Okay, let's look for the scholar. He must have left some kind of trail.
So let's look for the scholar, as our handler said. We do have mystery footprints, so that might be what we're looking for.
Ah!
So it seems he was headed this way. Potentially. Yes. And yeah, you'll get some quests where you can track the footprints of people. So that's what this is. We're not tracking a monster yet. We're getting closer. Missing scholar. One more should track us to his exact location.
Wait, what's that there? Wait! What's going on with the scout flies?
So we noticed that before with Zora Magdaros' piece. It turned our scout flies blue for some reason. I like how we got max out research, but we can still like track him, like pick up his prints, but I get no points for it. Hey, it's another one of these. Old splintered thorns.
Is that the scholar? What's that he's sitting next to? It looks like a Baroth?
God, don't let him find me. Don't let him find me. Oh, I saw it. No, the Juratotus, that didn't kill the Baroth. It was,
New target.
Juratotus.
Hunt that Juratotus. gunk before you do anything else.
So Gyrototus is I believe, a Piscine wyvern. He's more fish-like.
Veteran hunters know to always keep an eye on that gauge.
And because we're in water, our movement is already crippled and we have water blight, so Gyrototus is fairly annoying to deal with. This is probably one of the not harder monsters, but more annoying monsters we have to deal with. Especially using the hammer where our stamina is very important to what we're doing. So at least Milo is giving us the heal. Sorry, I always think of my Palico. And getting hit out of a charge does ruin your charge. But here we go. Now, the dual blades would always make them drop slinger ammo. The hammer will not let him drop slinger ammo, but it will cause him to soften immediately, which is really good. If we can get some decent attacks on him. Because this mud is very annoying. There we go. We stunned him enough to get him out of the water. Now he can't be as mobile. We're going to soften up his face, because the hammer, you always want to be focusing on the face. The face is the #1 spot to focus on after we get stuck in mud. The mud sticks. And the mud's very hard to see in the water, so it's super frustrating. Oh, look at that. Alright, I do gotta be careful because we are almost out of stamina. Alright, he was enraged. That was my fault for not paying attention. And as you see, like, we're not doing a lot of damage on him anywhere except for the head. One, it's softened, and two, it just does... The hammer does a lot of damage to the head. So we can get... Yeah! And he is poisoned. That's that purple smoke coming off his head. Get him. There we go. Yeah, if you can get the head and get that good stun lock even without great skills yet, it's so good. Alright, come on. Don't touch the mud. It's going to mess us up. And we're doing less damage because now we've fallen to yellow. I want to get him in the head with these attacks. Ooh. So yeah, if you are doing a charge attack, you will, if you start sliding, you'll get this nice little, like, somersault spin. So I guess we were technically going down any surface, which is weird because I didn't think we were. Come on. Yeah. Another down. But you see how strong the hammer is. Like, even though we're in red, which is real bad, we're just getting a lot of damage off. I'm gonna try to back off and try to find a moment to sharpen because we're in red, or I think that's orange, which is really bad. Really, really, really bad. Alright. Gyrototus is gonna try to get away. We'll grab these Slinger Thorn. We want to up our research on him, so I'm gonna let him get away and just pick up some of his tracks in his area. This will always be Gyrototus' area. Since he's a fish and likes the water, Gyrototus will only really be dominant in 2 areas. That first area we fought the Gaju, and this area. That's kind of why I did the Gaju quest, just to kind of show us this little water area of kind of the water and everything else, because this is where we were going to fight Gyrototus. So hey, oh hey, there's the Excite Shroom, so we can hopefully find one more and finish that bounty. And even though Gyrototus is running away, he's really only going to run to one other, like, he can only run to 1 to 2 other areas. The area Barath went to when he was almost dead, and this big open area. But Gyrototus being here is great because there's the ledges, and the hammer is really great when you're playing the ledge game of doing those ledge hops. It's really good. And you'll see why in just a minute. Come on, Gyrototus. Alright. Here we go. Well, not there because I got hit, but watch this. Granted, it didn't hit him in the head, but yeah, if you hop off a ledge and hit R2, you'll get some extra distance, and you can get a really nice little, like, ledge hop smack, which gives us the mount too, which is really good. And the hammer is going to be really great for bashing his head in. Although he's not really moving, which is kind of weird. Okay, that was a little strange. But he is down. This will give us some good damage here. Yes, 62 damage on a non-softened head. Come on. It's so good. And remember, this isn't even our strongest hammer either. We could have had stronger. It's 71 on a softened spot. It's crazy high damage. We're gonna see if we can... Alright, now he's enraged. Or I guess not. No, now he's running away. Oh no! But with the Clutch Claw, we can chase him down. Maybe we can get a kill on him before... Oh no! It'd be really cool if we could get the kill on him before he got to his base, but it's not looking like we can. So yeah, Gyarados was already so close to being dead that it didn't even matter at that point. So these things in the cutscene, wedge beetles, you aim your slinger. And that didn't give us enough distance, but that's still fine. We ready for a big wake up hit, Gyarados? Oh, and with the stun knockdown. And still not dead. Wow. He is stubborn. Yeah. The big hit, the final hit, takes him down.
You did it. But I can't shake this feeling that there's something really bad about those thorns.
We did it. And that's the hammer. The hammer's a really cool weapon. I have a friend that mains the hammer, and they love it because the hammer does crazy high damage, kind of like the greatsword. The hammer has, I would say, more versatility in terms of like how you can kind of get movement and charge attacks with the R2 mechanic. But its only big downside is it has really, really bad range. The range on it is terrible. Where the greatsword has a bit better range and has higher damage. But if you can just always beat a monster in the face with the hammer is gonna just, as you saw with Gyarados, just kind of stun lock them. And it's so good. And look at that, bounty complete. Also, you like how the pelican in the water just kind of... Milo's just using his weapon as like an oar and just steers, but now he's in the water, he's drowning! He's drowning! Well, we just drowned Milo. Alright. Getting that money, getting our money back up. Our hunter rank has gone up. Research, our largest Gyarados. Milo is leveling up. Our Vigor Wasp Spray mechanic is getting stronger. So this is a thing we haven't seen yet. You can now change your Kinsex element. Your Kinsex element can be changed at the smithy. We haven't encountered that yet. That we will be going over when we use the Insect Glaive. Thanks to the Commission's tireless efforts, the location of AzurePKK had nearly been pinned down. And the changed new monster tracks began to appear.
Everyone. We're ready to begin. Thanks to you, we've made great strides towards understanding the tracks that have turned up across the continent. Our researchers have done some projections, and now we know where Zora Magdaros will go next. It's heading for the Great Ravine.
The Great Ravine? The huge valley out past the Wildspire?
Correct. So I have a proposition for all of you. I say we try and capture Zora once it gets there.
Have you gone mad?
Capture it? Hear me out. The ravine is the perfect terrain for staging such an event. We're not going to get a better chance than this.
If we don't take this opportunity, it could be a decade before the next opportunity presents itself. Maybe longer.
Is it even possible?
If I said it wasn't, would that stop you?
Let's give it a go. With the fifth supporting us, our chances are as good as ever.
Then it's settled.
Before we send the hunters out for the capture, we need to secure Astera. An Anjanath has been active in the area. Not the kind of monster you toy around with. We'll need a plan for it.
You're right. Hunters, you have your next assignment. Take care of that Anjanath. But be careful. The Anjanath is a fearsome monster. One slip-up, and you're done.
Commander, if I may, I think I have a great idea. Hunter, I could use your help. Drop by later, if you will.
Another thing, that troubling report we received. Think you could...
Right.
Good, then. Let's get this show on the road. We have an Elder Dragon to capture. Everyone dismissed.
Alright.
We should probably listen to what the chief botanist has to say before we do anything else.
So, the Anjanath for one that we were trying to get to when we were trying to get to town at the very beginning of the game. We now have to tackle that very same monster. But yeah, let's, like the handler says, let's see what the botanist has to say.
Whoa.
Oh my, Anjanath is one nasty monster. You better make sure you go in doubly prepared now. Down to business. The reason I called you over is we're having a slight problem here in botanical research, and we need your skills dealing with it. You see, we're trying to develop some tools, specialized tools for hunters to be exact, something we'd like to make standard issue. But AzurePKK in the forest has been thwarting all of our attempts to collect the materials we need. Do take care of it, won't you? Here, take this. This is the first tool we've managed to complete. I hope you find it useful. There's more where that one came from. But only if you can take care of our little problem. Thank you, and good luck. New specialized tool, the Ghillie Mantle. So, mantles are very, very, very
Our
awesome.
next assignment is to hunt AzurePKK. We should be able to find it in the ancient forest.
So, the Ghillie Mantle is not a piece of equipment we can wear that gives us skills, but it is kind of like a temporary piece of equipment we can throw over ourselves in a hunt. The Ghillie Mantle is not the best one. I mean, it's okay. The Ghillie Mantle will last as long as you don't move or attack, and it lasts so long. The Ghillie Mantle makes you hidden, which is really good. So if you're ever being aggroed by a monster, you can just pop on the Ghillie Mantle, and it won't really aggro you. Put a couple of these things away, and we'll tackle another little optional quest. But we're going to tackle an optional quest where we had to capture a Barroth that we got before. Landing the Landslide Wyvern. Barroths dwell in the marshes of the Wildspire Waste, but details on their activities, diet, and nesting habits remain unknown. Catch one to help shed light on the issue. We got this after that last quest when we fought the Barroth and we captured the Kulu Yaku last time. This was a quest we were given afterwards. So yeah, we're just gonna continue using the hammer and go tackle a Barroth. But our next main mission of fighting AzurePKK is one of my favorite monsters. It's one of my personal favorite monsters in the game. So I'm very excited to fight AzurePKK. I like his design, I like his moves, and I just like him. I like his armor. I just like everything about him.
You can access your specialized tools from the item bar.
So yes, now in our item bar, we have the Ghillie Mantle. It has infinite use, so we'll kind of show it when we get near Barroth. I'll kind of show it off. Because it only lasts so long, but the second I pull out my weapon and attack with it, the Ghillie Mantle will instantly break because it's more of a stealth item. It's meant to keep us hidden, to get away from monsters, or if you're trying to sneak up on a monster that is very aggressive, or just to get around one. Like let's say you're trying to find some unique items that are on a delivery quest, and Anjanath, for example, is trying to give you a rough go and a rough time of it all. Pop the Ghillie Mantle on, and Anjanath can't really find you. They'll try to search for you for a little bit, but after a little bit, a monster will kind of get tired and just stop. They'll stop looking for you because they're just tired of dealing with your nonsense. Anjanath will be like, nah, he can get away. I think I'm good. I don't think I turned in my research on Barroth, but we already found some tracks for him, so we know he is in this area. Plus, this is where we fought him last time, so he's around here somewhere. Yep. Oh, hey, found him. Look at that. So easy. We found him. So Barroth, the hammer will be great for dealing with him. Because Barroth has those hard parts of his body, and the hammer's really good at hitting his head to kind of stun him. We'll still probably balance off, but it is good if we can get the good attacks on him. So I want to hit him in the head. And plus, if you do enough damage, you can break the thing on Barroth's head, which will make him more susceptible to damage. So that is good. Alright, here we go. Charge attack. And I'm going to try to clutch claw onto him while he's down, because I want to soften his head right away, because I don't want to bounce off that. Softening it will make it where you won't bounce off either. It's really good. Come on. Ah. This Barroth already trying to run away from me. Come back. Well, this is fine. We see how good that. You see how useful that ledge attack was. It got us all the way to Barroth and allowed us to mount him as well. So yeah, here we go. Look at that. Look at that. It's so good. And after you do that charge attack, that level 3, you can always hit L2, and that's how I'm using the clutch claw to just get a little bit more damage off him. So now if we do that slide attack. Uh-oh. Oh, that's bad. That's real bad. That is a monster we do not want to deal with at all. Slide. Just any little slant will allow you to do that. And it looks like that other mystery monster went away, which is really good. Oh no. You are very vulnerable in the air, so I would not recommend spamming this kind of like I am. I'm not the best hammer player, so I'm just kind of doing my best as I'm messing up real bad.
There's no place to hide around here. Time to try out your ghillie mantle.
We can, but we don't want to. Yeah! And look at it, into another mount. Because it's an aerial attack, it does allow you to get another mount. Yeah, I'm not the best hammer player. I kind of do the R2 charge, like tier 3 attack. That's like my go-to. But this will give us another mount to get more damage off him. And I want to keep focusing on Barroth's face, because like I mentioned with the hammer, you want to get those stuns. Oh, missed. Unfortunate. Oh, and we did break his face. It doesn't break it all the way off, but it does break it off. Like, it chips it, so I believe now without it being weakened, we can attack it. So let's go. Let's go. Just so good. It's very easy to slide, as you see. Like, it's kind of stupid easy how often you can slide. Like, look at that. I barely moved, and we slid. But we got the down. I want to soften his face, because we're not doing as much damage anymore. Which is never a good thing. Never a good thing. Ah, you ruined it. Here we go. Oh, we got the line. Woo! Yeah, the hammer is very easy to get a mount because of how minimal its attacks are. The harder a weapon is to hit, the less attacks it needs to build up a mount power. So like, the dual blades take a bit longer to build up mount power, where something like the greatsword and the hammer can build up mount power just very easily. I'm getting worried that Barroth is getting close to death, but the game is just not telling me. So I might have to lay off and let him run away. Because remember, we don't want to kill him, because this is a capture quest. We kill him, we fail. Kind of being careful a little bit. Alright, yep, he's almost dead. I want to see if I can capture him real quick. Lay it down, lay it down, lay it down.
Now, keep hitting it with trank bombs until the effect kicks in.
And there we go. I'm very guilty of being that one person where I'll get so into attacking and killing a monster that I forget that I'm on a capture quest, even though it says in that top corner, capture a Barroth, and I go too ham, and I end up killing them And then the game's like, quest failed, and I go, oh yeah, it was a capture quest. Whoops. But there we go. Not bad, these quests aren't taking us very long. And that guy's probably going to give us more research points. So let's go see what our reward is.
Hello.
Ah, hunters, I must thank you for capturing the Barra. This is a little thank you from the go-getters. I insist you have it. Yep, gave us more points. And he has no other capture quests for us at the moment. Let's go turn in our research points. Yep, alright. That gives us more info on Gyrototus and Barroth a bit. So yeah, that should do it for us here. So, we found that scholar. We found some mysterious thorns that seem to have also that killed the Barroth instead of the Gyrototus. We took down the Gyrototus. We now have been given the quest to go fight Toby Kadachi, and then we know we're working towards stopping an Anjanath terrorizing the town. And we've got our plan set in motion to go capture the Elder Dragon known as Zora Magdaros. So, I will see you guys in the next episode, and until then, take care.